Est ainsi proclamé élu le candidat Bia Paul.
Today, a dark chapter in our country's history has come to an end. The Constitutional Council has just announced truncated result awarding a fictitious victory to the outgoing President Paul Biya.
Nakaa gerezani kwa sababu ya tarehe 29 tu. Kesi imekwisha. Kesi kwisha.
Elections are won, elections are lost by the vote of the people. This election, as you know, did not meet the minimum standards expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria.
Yeah, good evening, people. This is BVI Channel 1, and we are on Matters Horizon. Following the ballot revolution, GGM had been preaching all this while is beginning to unfold in different countries across Africa. Let us begin with Cameroon. Cameroon, after Paul Biya was declared president-elect by the Judicial Council, by men I call their ancestral leaders who had been in power for decades. Now, let us see how the whole thing unfolds from the declaration of Biya to the opposition leader, that is Tishiroma, and to even the call for his prosecution, since the Cameroonians had all gone on the street to say no to the declaration of Paul Biya for another 8 years term. Let's take a look at that very quickly, then I'll be back to bring you more.
Est ainsi proclamé élu président de la République comme ayant obtenu la majorité des suffrages exprimés. Le candidat Bia Paul.
My dear compatriot, my fellow citizen Cameroonian, brothers and sisters in the diaspora, today a dark chapter in our country's history has come to an end. The Constitutional Council has just announced truncated result awarding a fictitious victory to the outgoing president, Paul Biya. In so doing, this institution has turned away from its mission as a guardian of truth and democracy to become a partisan body and enemy of the sovereignty of the people. Yet, the truth of the ballot is clear. The official report from our polling station, compiled and secured by our representatives across the country, demonstrate unequivocally that we won this election by a large majority. This victory is not mine alone. It belongs to the Cameroonian people. At this moment, I wish to pay a solemn tribute to our brothers and sisters who fell in the bullet of a regime that became criminal while they were peacefully exercising a universal right. Their sacrifice will never be in vain. Their blood reminds us that freedom, justice, and dignity are worth more than fear and repression. People of Cameroon, you turned out in large number despite intimidation and threat. I thank you. This time will not stop us. We have already won. No falsified proclamation can erase the legitimacy given to us by ballot box. We demand an immediate end to the barbaric act, the killing, the arbitrary arrest, and the intimidation. Setting a country ablaze and drenched in the blood simply to cling to power is not only a moral failing, it is a crime against the people and against humanity. I solemnly declare that the people will not back down. We will not yield to fear or to manipulation. We remain united, mobilized, and will continue to resist until final victory.
Le peuple est fâché. Le peuple est fâché. Le peuple fait tomber les dictateurs. Personne n'aime celui-ci. Paul Biya, quand tu vois ça, est-ce que tu es content? Quand tu vois ça, Paul Biya, est-ce que tu es content? Tu veux diriger les gens qui ne t'aiment pas, pourquoi? Hein? Tu veux diriger les gens qui ne t'aiment pas, pourquoi? Pourquoi tu insistes? Pourquoi? Pourquoi tu insistes? 43 ans, ça ne suffit pas? 43 ans, ça ne suffit pas? Pourquoi pousser à 50 ans? Pourquoi? On a mal. On fait ça pas parce qu'on veut. Nous, on t'a aimé par le passé. Parce qu'on avait cru à toi, Paulia. On n'aime pas ce qu'on fait là. Mais là, c'est trop triste. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté du côté de Missoké. Ah, ça. Le peuple est révolté. Après ces élections.
Je tiens tout particulièrement à condamner avec la plus grande fermeté ces actes insurrectionnels et prémédités qui portent gravement atteinte à l'ordre public, à la sécurité et à la stabilité de notre cher et beau pays. Il est désormais clairement établi qu'en s'autoproclamant vainqueur de l'élection présidentielle du 12 octobre dernier, en violation du code électoral, en lançant des appels répétés à l'insurrection, en incitant ses partisans à défier l'ordre établi, en organisant des manifestations illégales qui se sont soldées par des pertes en vie humaine et la destruction des biens publics et privés, le candidat Issa Chirouma s'est rendu coupable de plusieurs infractions réprimées par nos lois. Il devra en répondre devant les juridictions compétentes.
Fight, grab it, snatch it, and run with it. Let's by enemies stop corruption.
All right, that is it from Cameroon. That is what is happening in Cameroon. Now over to Tanzania, because while we have to take a look at some of these trajectories is because of the people who believe that ballot revolution is not possible. You've seen that happen in Cameroon, okay? And there's a significant change or twist or development when compared to that of Tanzania. I'm going to explain all that, okay? But I want you to take your time to take a look at this development. The one of Tanzania is quite interesting because it is heating up the more and not dying down anytime soon. I want you to take a look at that so that we can have a very deep analysis of what is actually happening.
Nakaa gerezani kwa sababu ya tarehe 29 tu. Kesi imekwisha. Kesi kwisha.
Huwezi ukawa mgombea alafu ukachagua supervisor tume. Sisi tunataka tume huru ya uchaguzi ili kila Mtanzania ashiriki kuchagua kiongozi anayemtaka.
Sisi ni Watanzania wapenda haki wa nchi hii. Sisi tumezaliwa katika nchi hii, hatuna nchi nyingine. Kwa hiyo ni kwamba tunapenda uhuru wa maoni, tunapenda kuzuia utekaji, tunapenda uhuru wa vyombo vya habari, pia tunapenda vyama vya siasa vipate uhuru wake. Sisi ni kwamba tunapenda siasa ya Tanzania iwe siasa safi. Siasa siasa kama aliyotuachia Mwalimu Nyerere, ni kwamba kila mtu ana uhuru wa kutoa maoni.
Tunaandamana kwa sababu uchaguzi si wa haki. Sababu tuliokuwa tunawataka kwanza hawapo. Wameweka watu wao. Isitoshe na viongozi wengine wa vyama wameshikwa. Kwa haki tunayoitaka sisi ndio kama hivi. Tunaandamana ili tuipate haki kama raia, kama katiba inavyosema. Tumeanza kuandamana hapa, mtu mmoja kapigwa risasi ya kwenye bega, ikatokea upande wa pili. Kwa inafika sehemu mpaka unaanza kuwaza, why? Yaani nakuaje?
Hatutaki CCM! Hatutaki CCM! Hatutaki CCM! Hatutaki CCM! Hatutaki CCM! Hatutaki CCM!
Let's by enemies stop corruption.
Sorry about that. I put off my mic. Now I'm back to Nigeria. What happened in 2023 after the presidential election? You see, many people had believed that Tito Obi, who is the leader of the opposition in Nigeria, obviously now, made some statement that people believe that discouraged them from going on the street to do exactly what you saw happen in Cameroon and that of Tanzania. I want you to take a look at that as well. Then when we come back, we'll now bring them all out together in this deep insight that will liberate Africans from bad governance. Stick to this program. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
Elections are won, elections are lost by the vote of the people. This election, as you know, did not meet the minimum standard expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria. The good and hardworking people of Nigeria have again been robbed by our supposed leaders whom they trusted. However, let me humbly and most respectfully appeal to all Nigerians to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and conduct themselves in most responsible manner. Please be assured that Dati and I, and indeed all of us, this is not the end, but the beginning of the journey for a birth of new Nigeria. Dati Baba Ahmed and I remain absolutely undaunted and deeply committed to the project of a new Nigeria that will be built on honesty, transparency, fairness, justice, equity. All the above starts with the process. The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do thereafter. It is my belief, and I've maintained so consistently, that if you must answer His Excellency the process through which you arrive to office must be excellent.
Nigeria, this last election, at least I've been experiencing the election since time of Shagari and UP and NPN, time of Shagari and Awolowo. But I've never seen election like this since they have been voting in Nigeria. This time around, this one is open to everybody that vote was not counted. And this is eyewitness. You can see that when they announce election, there's no jubilation anywhere. Even though the people, the party themselves, APC, they are not even, nowhere they jubilate that they won. Nowhere they celebrate that they won. Only that one have signified because the conscience is there. No one vote, there's no any good Nigeria will come out and cast their vote for APC. It's not possible. So the person that win the election, they totally rob him and put him in the whole Nigeria, the whole youth, everybody come out to cast their vote. So that we are tired of all these elderly old men. Let the young man come and roll. But it was totally wrong. And this time around, anybody when you talk too much, you will see on no government. Who are the no government? I'm not saying a government too. If you put Gina, you know.
Sir. So, who do you think is the winner of the election, sir?
The winner of the election? It's an open saying. The whole Nigeria came out. I've said it. Or is it till I mention him? Until the whole Nigeria came out, I said Nigeria are tired of the old men.
That question is very real. You understand?
So I don't want to.
Everybody knew that Peter Obi is the winner. Everybody knows Peter Obi is the winner. You understand me? Everybody, even small pikin, knows yes. So Peter Obi is the winner for that past election. That February 25. You understand? For now to tell us yes, so now another person. I'm a Yoruba by my tribe. You understand me? People, the whole world, the whole this federation, we fought for Peter Obi, and the whole world, everyone self knows say yes. So it's Peter Obi that he win. Why they come bring the resource say yes, so another person win? That's the problem.
People who voted for me across the nation voted for hope. I've never rigged the election. I've never paid anybody to do the same. I've never bought votes, never paid anybody to vote for me, and I will never do so. Those who voted for me voted for hope. In most places where people think I was voted by only a group of people or Igbos, it is wrong. We had thousands of votes in most states in the north. In Kaduna, we had about 300,000 votes, where they say we will not get 2,000 votes. We had 300,000. In several other places in the north, we won in Jos. The Igbos are not most populated people in Jos. We won in Lagos. In Lagos, the Igbos are not most populated people. In fact, I have more votes from the indigenous than I had from the Igbos. And it happened everywhere. In Benin, in Edo, the Igbos are not the most populated people there. Same thing in Delta, same thing in several other places. We're not. In Cross River State, they voted for hope. That was their vote. And I keep saying to Nigerians, I will change Nigeria. I know what it takes. I've done it at what I can call a subnational state. So I have the experience and I have the contacts globally that can change Nigeria.
Why yo, politician?
Fight, grab it, snatch it, and run with it. Let's fight enemies, stop corruption.
All right, that is it. Yeah, in case you're watching, this is BVI Channel 1. I'm here live on our platforms to give critical analysis into what is happening across Africa. I believe you've seen from Cameroon, you see, there are different dynamics to this whole thing. You know, when we are preaching ballot revolution, many people thought it's not possible. Some think that it is far-fetched. Some believe that it's not going to happen, okay? And they thought that what we are saying is something unimaginable. But we see it play out in Cameroon. To start with, Cameroonians started their own revolution, their own revolt after the election was cast, and the manipulative machinery, the institutions of corruption that organized the charade of an election and had been the machinery of recycling their ancient of days, recycling their ancestors to remain in power perpetually. You can imagine the kind of people who are manning sensitive top government offices in Cameroon, all ranging above 80 years of age, of which the principal, Paul Biya, who had been in power for 42 years. And I think 42 or 48 years, had been in power. You have even the one that declared him the winner above 90 years. And that has been the trajectory. And many people, Africans, especially the young generation, there is nothing you can do other than to face it squarely, to liberate yourselves from these ancient of days, from these ancestors who have vowed to take your countries to their grave. And that's exactly what is playing out. When I kept preaching about ballot revolution, my people, especially from Nigeria, never believed it's possible. But today we see it play out. Now, the Cameroon system of revolt came after the election was done, and the result did not reflect as usual the will of the people. And they hit the street after the major opposition leader, who is the Tishiroma, as the case might be. Tishiroma, who is the main opposition leader, made a profound statement rejecting that election. And you can see that thousands of people who actually reflects the aspiration of the Cameroonians hit the street. You can see that even the government couldn't contain it. And I can tell you, today they are now saying that they are going to take the man to court, prosecute him for inciting electorates. You know, they are now trying to use some kind of judicial, system to cow the people down, to prosecute the man, to hunt him down. But the man is not backing up. The people are not backing up. Now, when it comes to that of Tanzania, there is a paradigm shift. And that paradigm shift is that they did not allow the election to even take place in the first instance. They refused the election to take place because they know that the system, the election, is already rigged against them. The corrupt institution, the institution of corruption and impunity, who had over the years been piloting the electoral process in Tanzania. They said, if there is no reform, there will be no election. And that is their position. They are not giving up or backing down on it. They are not giving up or backing down on it. No reform, no election. That is the position. And one thing that the opposition leader did there that is very profound is that he decided to remain in prison up till yesterday when the election was slated, so that nobody will accuse him of inciting the people, unlike that of the Cameroon. And that's exactly what will bring us to that of Nigeria, what happened in 2023. But before we get there, there is something you must understand. These young people, this Gen Z
country's history has come to an end. The Constitutional Council has just an truncated result awarding a fictitious victory to the outgoing president, Paul Biya. In so doing, this institution has turned away from its mission as a guardian of truth and democracy to become a partisan body and enemy of the sovereignty of the people. Yet, the truth of the ballot is clear. The official report from our polling station, compiled and secured by our representatives across the country, demonstrate unequivocally that we won this election by a large majority. This victory is not mine alone. It belongs to the Cameroonian people. At this moment, I wish to pay a solemn tribute to our brothers and sisters who fell in the bullet of a regime that became criminal while they were peacefully exercising a universal right. Their sacrifice will never be in vain. Their blood reminds us that freedom, justice, and dignity are worth more than fear and repression. People of Cameroon, you turned out in large number despite intimidation and threat. I thank you. This time, they will not stop us. We have already won. No falsified proclamation can erase the legitimacy given to us by ballot box. We demand an immediate end to the barbaric act, the killing, the arbitrary arrest, and the intimidation. Setting a country ablaze and drenched in the blood simply to cling to power is not only a moral failing, it is a crime against the people and against humanity. I solemnly declare that the people will not back down. We will not yield to fear or to manipulation. We remain united, mobilized, and will continue to resist until final victory.
par les casiers. Le peuple est fâché. Le peuple est fâché. Le peuple fait tomber les dictateurs. Personne n'aime celui-ci. Paul Biya, quand tu vois ça, est-ce que tu es content? Quand tu vois ça, Paul Biya, est-ce que tu es content? Tu veux diriger les gens qui ne t'aiment pas, pourquoi? Hein? Tu veux diriger les gens qui ne t'aiment pas, pourquoi? Pourquoi tu insistes? Pourquoi? Pourquoi tu insistes? 43 ans, ça ne suffit pas? 43 ans, ça ne suffit pas? Pourquoi pousser à 50 ans? Pourquoi? On a mal. On fait ça pas parce qu'on veut. Nous on t'a aimé par le passé. Parce qu'on avait cru à toi, Paul Biya. On n'aime pas ce qu'on fait là. Mais là c'est trop triste. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté. Le peuple est révolté du côté de Missoké. Ah ça. Le peuple est révolté. Après ces élections.
Je tiens tout particulièrement à condamner avec la plus grande fermeté ces actes insurrectionnels et prémédités qui portent gravement atteinte à l'ordre public, à la sécurité et à la stabilité de notre cher et beau pays. Il est désormais clairement établi qu'en s'autoproclamant vainqueur de l'élection présidentielle du 12 octobre dernier, en violation du code électoral, en lançant des appels répétés à l'insurrection, en incitant ses partisans à défier l'ordre établi, en organisant des manifestations illégales qui se sont soldées par des pertes en vie humaine, des destructions des biens publics et privés. C'est le coupable des infractions réprimées par nos lois. Il devra en répondre devant les juridictions compétentes.
Wayo, 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 politician.
Fight, grab it, snatch it, and run with it. Let's fight enemies, stop corruption.
Hey, for those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel, thank you for sticking by. We are going to reconvene on this conversation. We started this quite late, but we're still going to go back on it tomorrow morning and continue the conversation because it is extremely important for our people. Okay? It's extremely important for our people. Very, very important for our people. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. The life will not be too long. The life will not be too long. We will obviously reconvene back tomorrow on this issue in the morning. Okay, because it's already late night. We'll come back again and deliberate on this. It's very important, it's very crucial. Don't forget, we talk about things that impacts on our society. We talk about life, family, relationship, ultimately, good governance. Okay, because all of these things are intertwined, in case you don't know. It is from the family unit we build a bigger and larger society. If you have bad parenting, if you have bad individual in the society, it will reflect in the governance. Because the government is a reflection of the mentality of the people. That is the biggest problem we face in Africa, especially in Nigeria, where everybody is waiting for his turn to steal. even from the micro unit in the societal setup. You see, everybody's waiting for his turn. Little opportunity, they'll try to take advantage of it, because that is the order of the day. The pressure of family, the pressure of meeting up, the pressure of bills. Even sometimes, when you give people public trust, they will mess it up, because back home, no good. So that is part of what we're going to be talking about. Okay, we're not going to stay too long. It's already late. Perhaps I don't do night streaming because I got to rest after a hard days and very hectic engagement. So we'll come back again in the morning to talk about relationship. We'll talk about other things. But most importantly, we'll talk about good governance, because that is what actually marks a better society. If we don't advocate for good governance, if we don't demand for good governance, it will never come. We have to be part of it, and that is what we're talking about. Thank you, Prince, for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming by. We're talking about the revolution happening in Africa, across African countries. So we'll continue and pressing hard. And that is where I'll be wrapping it up today. I'll come back again tomorrow. We're already in tomorrow. We're already in tomorrow by 13 minutes, okay? Yes, we're already in tomorrow. So let's keep a date and tap with us. Next time, stick with us as we continue to educate our people, sensitize and mobilize them for good governance. And still, I'm signing out from here. Stay blessed at all time and stay safe.
Est ainsi proclamé élu le candidat Bia Paul.
Today, a dark chapter in our country's history has come to an end. The Constitutional Council has just announced truncated result awarding a fictitious victory to the outgoing president, Paul Biya.
Nakaa gerezani kwa sababu ya tarehe 29 tu. Kesi imekwisha. Kesi kwisha. Yes!
Elections are won, elections are lost by the vote of the people. This election, as you know, did not meet the minimum standards expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria.